vitally important. And for Shimmer Shine, there has been times where he's gotten the start right, and he did that when he broke 29 seconds here at Sandown. But more often than not, he just gets away fairly, and it's his acceleration after that that wins him his races. So from the wide draw, with some real pressure around him, he's got to nail the start. That's vital, because if he leads, he wins the race. But that is the almighty question. Can he lead?
And here comes the field for this year's Tab Melbourne Cup. Tiggerlong Tonks, the last greyhound we'll have a chat about. He's out to $6. Corey Grenfell believes that if he's in within striking distance of Simon Told Helen, the way that he's going, it could be too strong for Simon Told Helen on the run home.
If they were neck and neck down the back, Tiggerlong Tonk wins. But that's the question, because Simon Told Helen's got that acceleration from the inside to boot up and go and do his thing, where for Tiggerlong Tonk, there's no doubts he's got to hold his line out there in box number 8. It's just going to be a matter of what's happening underneath him, because they can all run similar early splits. So for him, he's just got to hook around him, hold his line, and just hope he can get that run, because it's going to be very difficult. But there's no two ways about it. He can run the time the rest can.
Okay, looking at the market for this year's Tab Melbourne Cup, Tiggerlong Tonk, $4.40 out to $5.50. Simon Told Helen, a little easy now, out to $2.60 with the fluctuations. Sipping Sullivan, 50 to 1 into $26. Tough Tears into 40 to 1 from 61. Hardstyle Rico, $5.50 out to $7.50. Tommy Shelby, 9 into 6. They continue to back the WA Star. This is some go. Shimmer Shine, $4.40 out to $4.80. And Tiggerlong Tonk, $4.40 out to $5.50. Jason Adams is heading to the start. He'll be catching up with a few of the major players in just a moment. Great race. There's a speed map. Having a look at the speed map, everyone suggests that Simon Told Helen will be leading, and leading for most of the way. Shimmer Shine's got speed. He's at 480, and then Tiggerlong Tonk next best in the market at 550. But the key for those two greyhounds is how quick they can begin. Jason Adams, your top 4 numbers for this year's Tab Melbourne Cup.
I miss Simon Told Helen, Gareth. He's just a beast, and as mentioned, he's just got that box draw that's going to be favourable for him. So if he can begin cleanly, show that brutal acceleration we know he's got after that, then he puts himself well and truly in the race. I had Hardstyle Rico for second. I think he gets room from box number 5, because he's got a couple on his inside who aren't fantastic beginners. So he gets that room to push forward early on. So they're my top 2 in what's a stunning field.
All right, Jason, Sky Racing 1 joining us now for the Tab Melbourne Cup. Just repeat your top 4 numbers for the great race.
I'm with Simon Told Helen from box number 2. I just think he's been the winner out of the box draw, and what separates him from the rest. We've seen a lot of these greyhounds throughout the year. They run fast early splits, they run fast time overall, but he's been the one who's got the best resume. He's got those qualities that aren't listed in the form guide, and that is brutal acceleration and tenacity to push through gaps where gaps aren't there. So he's an elite race dog, Simon Told Helen. He's had a ripping year, and this is the grand final. This would put the cherry on top of him, not only to become an elite race dog as he has been, but then turn himself into one of the all-time greats. That is what's on the line in this Tab Melbourne Cup final. So I'm with him, Gareth, from number 5 in Hardstyle Rico. He's got a nice draw there in box 5, because he's got Lucy's Milo and Tough Tears in 3 and 4. Now, what we saw from them last week is they're pretty keen to get behind the line of the lure. So again, that sort of plays a part for Simon Told Helen, because if he's a miss the start, the pressure's there immediately. So it's vital that he begins on terms. But in the same way, that plays into the hands of Hardstyle Rico from box 5. So they're my top 2 selections, Gareth, in what is a stunning field. You've got the big names out wide in Tommy Shelby from 6, Shimmer Shine in 7, and Tiggerlong Tonk. But we couldn't ask for a better field. It was a stunning night of racing last week, and the world's greatest race, fittingly, I've got a field of this depth. 2
best back greyhounds late in betting. You walked past all of the dogs as you went behind the boxes there at the 5:25 start here for the Tab Melbourne Cup, the 5:15 start. Tommy Shelby, they're backing. He's been heavily supported late. He's into, what, $6.50. He was $9 about 20 minutes ago. And now the late money coming back for Simon Told Helen, who touched $2.60. And he's now into $2.40, back out to $2.60. So it's been some betting race.
A lot of moves, Gareth. And look, it's a strong betting race as well, because you get into these fields where the quality is deep, and for good greyhounds, they're getting big prices. But in the same light, those big prices, they've got to do a lot right. But look, if you like one, there's not many people who turn you off him, because there's some genuine stars in this one. And Simon Helen, as I said, is the favourite and has the opportunity to make himself one of the all-time greats.
Now the money coming for Hardstyle Rico. So Tommy Shelby and Hardstyle Rico will be shorter in the market for this year's Tab Melbourne Cup than Shimmer Shine, who's 650, Tigalong Tonk out the gate to 750. And Simon Told Helen now continues to drift, 240, 260, went back into 240, out to 270. The start's all important. Last word from you, Jason, behind the boxes.
I'm with Simon Told Helen in what's a stunning field. Just think he's got those qualities that aren't listed in the form guide, where he's got that fierce acceleration. He'll push through gaps. He'll make his own luck. And we've known the year that he has had for 2020. A multiple group race winner. This is his grand final at Tab Melbourne Cup.
Can't wait for it. The start's all important. Watch for Simon Told Helen from box number 2, but then the speed from Hardstyle Rico, Shimmer Shine and Tigalong Tonk. And the punters are believing that Tommy Shelby might jump a little bit better tonight. This is the greatest race. It's the Tab Melbourne Cup. Let's head upstairs to James Vandermart.
The favourite in box number 2, Simon Told Helen, around $2.70 the price. And we're just moments away from greatness. The green light set to go for the Tab Melbourne Cup. Stand by. Ready to go. Away and racing, and Simon Told Helen began okay. Hardstyle Rico won the start, and he's looking to cross, and cross he does. Hardstyle Rico led them clearly. Put 3 on Zipping Sullivan, then Simon Told Helen, Tommy Shelby. 3 lengths away, Tough Tears, Tigalong Tonk, then Shimmer Shine, and seeing them all, Lucy's Milo, but Hardstyle Rico stretches them out, led it 4 lengths in the Melbourne Cup to Simon Told Helen, and then Tommy Shelby, but it is all Hardstyle Rico, and he is going to absolutely bolt the Melbourne Cup in. Hardstyle Rico by 5 lengths to Simon Told Helen, third Tommy Shelby, and then Tigalong Tonk, followed by Tough Tears. Well back at the end, Zipping Sullivan, Lucy's Milo and Shimmer Shine. Look at that run, 28.91 to Hardstyle Rico.
Lucky Karabasakos is the king tonight, along with Hardstyle Rico and Jason Adams. He's run down the straight, he's dashed away. What a performance.
Stunning performance. It does not get any better than that. The emotion from Lucky Karabasakos is exactly what this sport is all about. There's tears. He gives his brother a hug in Anthony, and in track record time, this is a phenomenal moment in the sport, Gareth.
Go and grab him. Can you put the microphone and see what he has to say? Jace, Canterbury's not far away, but he's kissing his brother. You can chase him down. Lucky, what about that? He is celebrating. This is the biggest night of his life. This is a life-changing moment. He's about to go and see his old man. And I know Canterbury's not far away, and you've got the favourite there at the moment. So Rose, Brad Davison is tipping him on top. Jason Lincoln, we might go back to you. Lucky still celebrating, and he's going to be a hard man to stop these days. So great scenes. Second, of course, in the great race was Simon Told Helen, and third was the 6, Tommy Shelby, that was mighty as well.
King of the world, this dog, he's just something else, mate. He's just something else. He just keeps going and going, mate. I'm speechless. This is the greatest race.
Lucky, you were hopeful of winning the race. He's done it in track record time and defeated one of the great...
Is he just breaking the track record?
He's breaking the track record.
My God. My God.
Go to Jace.
This is amazing scenes here, Gareth. Lucky, as expected, we know he's very passionate, he's very emotional at the best of times. He's just won the Melbourne Cup in track record time. It does not get any better than that. I've actually got his brother here in Anthony Karabasakos. And Anthony, your brother's won the race here. You are genuinely a part of the team, the whole family. How do you feel? This is amazing.
Oh, I'm lost for words, mate. I'm lost for words. I can't explain the feeling.
Lost for words. I think everyone is after that performance, Gareth. Track record in one of the best fields in the Melbourne Cup we've ever seen, the Hardstyle Rico. He come into this field as one of the informed greyhounds who was absolutely stunning in the RSN Silver Bullet, where he won in one of the fastest times that the Meadows has ever seen. And since then, he was really gallant in the shootout. Although he was 4th in the 4-dog field, he still ran fast time and obviously handled box 8 to perfection in his heat. And tonight, box number 5, There is no bigger statement, no bigger moment to do that than tonight.
We get carried away sometimes with the performance like that, but it's hard not to. You take a look at that time, no one's gone quicker at this track. It's amazing, isn't it? He's broken 29 seconds. Simon told Helen never gave up that fight, and he chased his heart out down the back, but hasn't this greyhound the last month just gone to a couple of new levels?
He has. It's been amazing, and we mentioned what this race means to a lot of people. To Lucky Sarkos, who lost his father recently, and when I was talking the last probably 10 years, and I know that's had a big toll on him and also his brother and Anthony Sarkos. And speaking to Lucky last week, he said he got a message from his brother Anthony saying, "Dad will be proud of you," and that almost had him in tears. So it's just an amazing story, a family that's been involved in greyhound racing for a long period of time. I've seen the bond that Lucky has had with his brother Anthony, of course. Wind back the clock to 2016, where Anthony won the Harrison Dawson with Black Mumbo. So he's tasted Group 1 success in himself. Now it's Lucky's opportunity. Not only Group 1 success, but he's done it in the world's greatest race. There's no bigger stages, and he's done it in track record time. And
it's a
I
special.
can't believe I'm saying that, track record time, because Hooked on Scotch broke the track record in his heat last year in a time of 28 and 96. And it's been well documented that Zipping Bram broke the track record in a trial just a few weeks ago, and Hardstyle Rico's gone quicker. So in all of the years that this place has been up and standing, in the last 10, I think, where the track's been in its current format, that's the fastest performance we've ever seen.
He won the race at the start, and he's gone, what, 4.99 to cross Simon told Helen. That's some performance. And then once he found the fence, away he went down the back, and you could hear Lucky roar once he found the front. You were pretty confident then, the way that he's been going and when he's running those times, that they weren't catching him tonight, Hardstyle Rico.
Nah, no chance. And look, he's just done everything right. And as we sort of alluded to in the lead up, there was going to be that clear running early on from Tough Tears in 3 and Lucy's Milo in 4, who weren't going to begin that fast. And while that was happening, Simon Told Helen just didn't get that opportunity. Not that I've seen the race too closely yet, but as we see this sensational head-on vision, it just gave that opportunity to Hardstyle Rico. And you know what, Gareth? This is a very similar feeling to the Silver Bullet, where Simon Told Helen wanted to get to the inner. Hardstyle Rico was on his outside and took advantage, and that's a similar situation to what we've seen tonight.
Tommy Shelby wanted to really participate at the start tonight, and Shimmer Shine and Tiggerlong Tonk, they just couldn't get into the contest when they're running those times in the first sectional. So Hardstyle Rico wins the Tab Melbourne Cup, and the money was right late. It was $8, $6 into $5, and he started a clear second pick, Hardstyle Rico, behind Simon Todd Helen, and Tommy Shelby back in third at $1.70. Great race. Repeating that Hardstyle Rico has taken out this year's Tab Melbourne Cup, and he's broken the track record. No greyhound has ever gone quicker around Sandown over the 5:15. He's gone 28.91. We knew it was a balmy night. We knew the times would be extraordinary tonight, Jason Adams, but did you predict that?
No, I couldn't have predicted a track record time. I knew he was going to go quick, and again, as we saw earlier on, or as we discussed earlier on, it's these sort of nights that they run quick, no matter what the track condition is. And the reality is that the track surface actually doesn't vary a whole lot from week to week. So it's the conditions that change, and it was always going to be fast. I think there was going to be a track record. No, and it's sort of a replica. Well, it's a similar performance to what he did at the Meadows in the Silver Bullet. So yeah, stunning. We've got a race record in the Melbourne Cup, of course, previously held by Don, a double one when he ran down Fernando Bale back in 2015. But Hardstyle Rico not only done that, but he's broken the track record overall.
Tell us a little bit about Lucky Sarkos, because he's quite the character. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He's been in the sport basically since day one. His family's been involved in this sport. This is his best greyhound, Hardstyle Rico. He's now won just over $700,000. He's knocking on the door now. He's 300 still off, but $1 million. But he sounds like he's a character that adores his greyhounds, and that moment for him, once his greyhound found the front, it must have been the best feeling ever.
I couldn't imagine that feeling. I mean, in any sort of race where they loom up and find a spot in the race, how you're quite confident they're going to go on and win. There's no better feeling, Gareth, but in a Melbourne Cup to be halfway through the race, leading, and I'm sure everyone in Australia was confident that Hardstyle Rico was going to go on and win. That would have been incredible. And as you say, I was lucky enough to be down there behind the boxes, and the emotion was remarkable. Lucky was cheering, and that's exactly what you expect in the world's greatest race.
And you feel for the other connections because they probably know their fate nice and early. If you're Team Daly or Corey Grenfell, you're out of play basically from the start. When Tigalong, Tonk and Simon told Helen, I should say Hardstyle Rico and Simon told Helen begin like they did.
You're right, and it's funny you say that actually, because when Hardstyle Rico was probably 5 lengths in front of Simon Told Helen down the back straight, Dave Burnett actually gave a pat on the back to Lucky. So there was sort of that, he's conceded that the race was done and Hardstyle Rico was going to go on and win. And look, the splits that he said as well, 4.99, any time a greyhound breaks 5 seconds, that is quick. 18.41 to the back peg is very fast, and to put that in context, the record would be 18.36 held by Fernando Bale back in 2015. So he's just under a length outside of that. His run home is 10.50, which is strong for any sort of circumstance. But when you're going 18.41 to the back, that is just remarkable, 28.91.
It would have been interesting to see Simon Told Helen's back straight, because he made up a lot of ground there down the back straight on Hardstyle Rico. But then Hardstyle Rico, it was a little bit stronger to the line. It was one of his best runs, Simon Told Helen, in defeat.
He was good, and he was the one who I was watching initially, and he was in an okay position, but just didn't get that clear air, and we didn't see him force himself into that position that we know he can, and then set up his race down the back straight, where Hardstyle Rico was doing the business there. But you're right, for Simon Told Helen to be in a bit of strife early on, but then be the clear second runner midway through the race, it was still a good performance from him. He's been beaten 5 lengths, so he's still got a time of around 29.20, which is awfully fast in its own right. To think he's been beaten 5 lengths, amazing.
All right then, so it's a great race. We're going to take a deep breath now after Hardstyle Rico did what we'll be talking about for years as years go on, the performance there of Hardstyle Rico. And he missed out on that Top Gun sprint. It seems like it's a long time ago now, but he won that Silver Bullet, and then that night he probably announced himself, well, this could just be my month, November. This is the month that I'll be peaking for, and he's proven just that.
He was really good through probably May at that part of the year,
yep.
And then he sort of went through a bit of a lapse where he was good when he got the chance, but he wasn't as dominant. You wouldn't have thought that he'd go on to win a Melbourne Cup, but it's been since he had a bit of a layoff between August and around October, where he returned in a race at Warragul where he was very good, and then backed up straight into the Silver Bullet off the top of my head, and then went on to get the job done. But you're right, this is a performance that we'd be talking about forever. To win the Melbourne Cup in that field and break that track record, it just doesn't get done.
He loves his fishing.
He loves his fishing.
He might be taking a couple of days off now and celebrating this moment, and it still hasn't sunk in for Lucky.
Tell you what, I'm very confident these celebrations are going to be strong.
Yep.
And he might need a fishing charter or a big boat, so we've got some room to get on there and have a look in there on screen, freshen himself up for the photo. And you know, in a week's time, they're going to be front and centre in his house up on the wall for the rest of his life.
Hopefully he can stay like Manila Knight, all bold trees.
Well, maybe. He has been tested over 600 metres where he's performed
Lucky
really well
with his celebrations.
Oh, he might be like Bold Trees, finished with a real gust of wind, and maybe just starting the warm-up at the moment, Gareth. But for that whole friendship group as well, there's Lucky, we see on screen there, his brother in Anthony Karabitsakos. They're extremely close friends, as they are brothers, of course, and the rest of them in Tony Tufo, who's a part of that friendship group, Kevin Richards, who we spoke to earlier on, and also Mario Baganzi, who won the Bold Trees with Manila Knight. So for that group, it couldn't be a better night. Manila Knights won their Bold Trees, and Hardstyle Rico's won the Melbourne Cup. So it's going to be a big few days for them.
Yeah. What a performance. What a star he is. And these greyhounds are so good. They can run these times like Simon Told Helen's He's gone close to the track record himself. So they're going 28.51. You've got Tigger Long Tonk, Shimmer Shine out the back, but Tommy Shelby nearly career best the way that he went tonight. He bustled his way through to keep Shimmer Shine and Tigger Long Tonk out of that contest. And fourth home was Tigger Long Tonk. These greyhounds need a little bit of luck, and they need it probably at the draws. So Hardstyle Rico drew outside of Simon Told Helen, but he drew inside the others. In saying that, I pose this question: with the way that he began tonight, do you think he could have won this from box 8 or 7?
It's a really good question. Really good question. I don't know what the answer is. If he runs 499, he obviously goes a long way to leading the race. But then you've got others who are sitting inside of him, which makes it difficult to cross. You can't be half a length in front of another greyhound that's on your inside, because that can mean alarm bells quite quickly. But yeah, it's hard to judge. But I think immediately after the draw, from my view anyway, Simon Told Helen was the winner. Next best was going to be Hardstyle Rico. With that lack of genuine speed from the inside 2 draws, he's got to have that room. And as we've mentioned a couple of times, in that Silver Bullet, same sort of circumstance. He had that room to get going, and off he went. So amazing, yeah. Lucky's going to have a big night, and I know he's got a really close relationship with Rico as a best friend. We know canines are called man's best friends. Greyhounds are terrific personalities, and this is another example of that. Oh, excuse me.
That's all right. You can deserve a little bit of a break now, Jason. We'll take a break ourselves here on Sky Racing Active. You're with Gareth Hall, Jason Adams. We are live from Sandown. The Tab Melbourne Cup has just been run and won. And Hardstyle Rico has delivered a performance for the ages. He has defeated the track record. He's gone 28.91. 28.91 to defeat Simon Told Helen in one of the great Melbourne Cups. We'll take a break, then we'll come back with another feature on the program, the Group 3 Sir John Dillon Memorial for the middle distance greyhounds tonight. We have Weblet Gaze, Christo, Bale, Sipping, Bram, Here's Tears, Last Hurrah, the Group 1 Hume Cup winner from 3 starts back, Sipping Seek. What a performance it promises to be, and that's the head on there, Jace.
It is. Just before we move on to the John Dillon, we see here with Lucy's Milo in 4, Tough Tears in 3. They're only going towards the inside. Tommy Shelby from 6 is holding his line. That gives the room for Hardstyle Rico. He's almost got a metre on his inside there to get moving, while those other ones are putting pressure on Simon Told Helen, and Hardstyle Rico's got that clear run to set that fast early split, which set up his race, ultimately won the Melbourne Cup in track record time.
We'll take a break and we'll come back with plenty more here at Sandown Park. It's great to have your company on the greatest night for greyhound racing.